So here's the lateral view, or the superficial view. So basically, this long section is the spinal cord, right? So on the human, the brain looks slightly different because we're upright, right? So the cerebellum is actually a little bit lower like this, but the head is like this, okay? So we have the spinal cord, and you can also see the medulla and pons here, but I won't test you. I only test you medulla and pons on the medial side, okay? So on the lateral side, we have the pons, the cerebellum, which is the mini brain. Sometimes people get confused or they get nervous and they call this the occipital lobe, but it's not. This is the cerebellum, okay? The occipital lobe I would pin here. It's the back of the cortex. On top would be the parietal. Front would be the frontal, and temporal area would just like be in the middle area here. Okay? So is everyone okay with that so far? Okay, easy enough. So let's look on the medial side. So going from the spinal cord, it would be anywhere along here. Obviously, I'm not going to try to confuse you, so if I'm testing on spinal cord, I'd pin it right at the bottom. Next section, you're going to see a little bump here. That's going to be the medulla. Okay. Then a second bump here is going to be the pons. And then this area is kind of hard to distinguish, but it's the midbrain, and how you can determine that is the thalamus is basically this area here, which is circular. It's quite distinct. So between the thalamus and the pons would be the midbrain. Okay. And this again is the cerebellum, or the arbor vitae, so you can see all the roots of the system. Here, this brain is already dried up a little bit, but this is the corpus callosum. And lastly, the optic nerve is this little one here, but you don't need to know that